MarketStrategy.com.
Hi, this is Chris looking at the upcoming Monday, September 29th trading session. In front of you is the economic calendar, and as you can see, a lot of really minor announcements coming out initially. But we do have one in Europe that we will be paying attention to, the German CPI numbers, month over month. They are anticipated to lose 0.1%. So that, of course, will have an effect on the DAX, on the euro, etc. We feel that anything in line should just keep the general malaise in the euro, but the DAX has a little bit of support below at 9,400 that could come into play. With that, we may have an acceleration to support so that we can turn back around. Later in the day, we have pending home sales out of the United States. It's anticipated month over month to gain 0.1%, and that, of course, can move the U.S. stock markets. The last announcement that we're paying attention to is the HSBC manufacturing PMI numbers out of China, anticipated to come out at 50.5. That, of course, can move the risk-on, risk-off attitude of the markets in general. It doesn't affect any one particular market. With the German numbers, we'll be paying attention to the DAX. We tried to rally during the session on Friday. We failed, though, formed a shooting star, and it now appears that we will probably try to get down to 9,400, where we would expect to see support. So quite frankly, maybe a little bit of a drift, and then some type of positive candle that we can start buying calls in, as we think the market will ultimately head to 98. The euro just continues to fall apart. We've broken down below the bottom of a hammer. That's a very bullish sign for the US dollar, very negative sign for the euro, and therefore we think that buying puts are the only thing you can do. Short-term rallies should continue to offer put buying opportunities, as there's really just no way to go long or buy a call in this market right now. One of my favorite trades right now is to simply buy puts every time silver rallies. Silver just is basically hanging about in a consolidation area before a move lower, in my opinion. A move that can go as low as $10. That's obviously a long-term call, but 15 is probably more realistic in the short term. Silver just can't get out of its own way, and as long as the euro falls against the US dollar, the strengthening dollar will work against silver, so it's kind of a knock-on effect, really. Buying puts on rallies is the way to go. And finally, looking at the S&P 500, you can see that we've gotten a little bit of support here during the session on Friday. A break above the top of this range sends us looking for 2,000 and therefore having us buy calls. Pending home sales could be the reason for that, or quite frankly, just the technical bounce, as we have so much in the way of support below. Certainly favor the upside in this market. With that, I've taken a look at the Monday, September 29th trading session.